What if everything you've been told about space travel, about the vast empty void between worlds, is a carefully curated lie? What if the real journey to the stars isn't a long, arduous trek through hyperspace, but something far more immediate, far more unsettling? In 1994, a seemingly innocuous document leaked from the deepest corners of a forgotten archive hinted at a technology so profound, so utterly paradigm-shifting, that its very existence could rewrite human history as we know it. But here's the chilling part. If it's real, why has it been so aggressively hidden, so thoroughly erased from public consciousness? The truth, as always, is buried beneath layers of carefully constructed silence. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. To understand this profound mystery, we need to peel back the layers of conventional wisdom and consider a concept so radical it borders on science fiction: space folding. Not the theoretical, academic kind, but an actual functional method of instantaneous transit, right here, right now. The notion of bending or folding space-time has captivated physicists for decades. Einstein himself toyed with the idea of wormholes, a shortcut through the cosmic tapestry. But these were always considered theoretical, requiring exotic matter or immense energy on a scale unfathomable to current human capabilities. However, the document I'm referring to, often cited as the Project Looking Glass papers by those brave enough to speak of them, suggested something entirely different. It spoke not of wormholes in the traditional sense, but of localized, momentary deformations of reality itself, creating a pocket through which vast distances could be traversed in less than an instant. It wasn't about pushing a ship through a tunnel. It was about bringing the destination to you, or rather bringing you to the destination, by briefly collapsing the intervening space. Think of it like this. If you have a sheet of paper, point A and point B are far apart. But if you fold the paper, A and B touch. Exactly. The papers, which surfaced briefly on nascent internet forums before being systematically scrubbed, provided tantalizing fragmented schematics and cryptic references to temporal displacement fields and gravitational lensing anomalies. They outlined a discovery that didn't just shorten the journey to Mars, but made the journey to Alpha Centauri look like a pleasant afternoon stroll. This wasn't some distant pipe dream. The implication was clear. This technology was achievable, and more alarmingly, it was achieved. But by whom? And for what purpose? This is where the rabbit hole begins to truly deepen. The space folding theory isn't just about bending space. It touches upon the very fabric of reality, and, some whisper, even time itself. The leaked documents didn't just provide theoretical blueprints, they hinted at practical applications, almost like a manual that had fallen into the wrong hands. It spoke of a folding engine, a device not of conventional propulsion, but of spatial manipulation. Imagine a sphere of energy calibrated to extremely precise quantum frequencies that could momentarily decouple a localized region of space from the broader cosmic continuum. The physics described, though deeply esoteric, resonated with certain fringe theories that have been bubbling up in the scientific community for decades, theories often dismissed as pseudoscience. But what if those fringe theories were, in fact, getting closer to a suppressed truth? What if the reason they were suppressed was precisely because they hit too close to home? According to cryptic passages in the leaked material, the initial breakthrough wasn't made by a government lab, but by an independent research group in the late 1960s, funded by an eccentric, anonymous benefactor. This group reportedly stumbled upon anomalous energy signatures near geologically unstable zones, specifically around ancient, megalithic structures. Places like Göbekli Tepe or the Nazca Lines, which are already shrouded in historical ambiguity, suddenly took on a new, terrifying significance. These energy signatures were theorized to be residual echoes of some ancient application of this very same technology. Whether built by forgotten human civilizations or, as some speculate, by something profoundly other, these structures weren't just observatories or temples. They were markers, perhaps even inactive beacons. The independent group managed to replicate a minute, unstable version of this spatial anomaly in a secluded underground facility. Their internal reports described instantaneous displacement of small objects, followed by disconcerting temporal distortions. One report, chillingly, mentioned a stainless steel cube, placed within the field, reappearing instantly several meters away, but with its internal molecular structure subtly aged by several millennia. This wasn't just space travel, it was a form of temporal manipulation, a terrifying uncontrolled side effect. The government, according to the documents, became aware of this groundbreaking yet incredibly dangerous research through a highly placed informant within the research group. They didn't just acquire the research, they absorbed and silenced the entire team. Witnesses reported covert operations, unmarked vans, and the sudden, unexplained disappearance of key scientists and their families. The official narrative, if one was ever offered, was always mundane: a lab fire, a sudden relocation, or a simple, quiet disbandment due to funding issues. But the individuals involved were too prominent, too brilliant, to simply vanish without a trace. Their work, this space-folding research, was deemed too powerful, too destabilizing for public disclosure. It didn't just challenge our understanding of physics, it shattered it, opening up possibilities that could unleash chaos on an unimaginable scale. What they allegedly discovered next is the most chilling revelation of all. The Project Looking Glass papers, if legitimate, imply not just the existence of the technology, but its deployment. Not for colonizing Mars, but for something far more strategic, far more clandestine. The documents hinted at a series of controlled experiments conducted in the deep reaches of space, far from prying eyes. These experiments, coded as Project Chimera, involved the use of a refined, contained folding engine to create stable, traversable spatial pockets. The terrifying implication was that these pockets weren't just for moving inanimate objects, they were for personnel. The most revealing passage described an expedition not to another planet, but to a previously unreachable anomaly, a cosmic artifact detected deep beyond our solar system, long believed to be an impossible target due to the sheer distances involved. With the folding engine, the impossible became not only possible, but instantaneous. The logs from this alleged expedition, fragmentarily detailed in the leaked papers, spoke of a structure unlike anything human or natural. It was described as a geometrically impossible construct, defying known laws of physics, existing in a perpetual state of flux, emanating energy unlike any known element. The team that ventured through the fold reported terrifying experiences, disorienting shifts in perception, profound psychological distress, and the palpable sensation of not being alone. One scientist's log entry, recovered and partially redacted, spoke of whispers in the void and shadows that moved independently of light. They found evidence, not of a natural phenomenon, but of intelligent design, a design that seemed to observe, to interact, to wait. The mission was abruptly aborted, the team retrieved, but not without casualties. 3 members reportedly never returned from the fold, dissolving into the fabric of space-time itself, or perhaps taken by whatever intelligence resided within the artifact. The survivors, those who made it back, were reportedly quarantined, debriefed for months, and then, according to the sources of the leak, institutionalized or simply disappeared. The implication was clear: humanity had peered behind the curtain, and what it saw was not ready for us. The technology, deemed too dangerous to continue, too revealing of an ultimate truth, was ordered to be dismantled, its research suppressed, its proponents silenced. The very mention of space folding became a career-ending offense for any scientist. And those who knew too much, their lives became a testament to the iron grip of secrecy. The Project Looking Glass papers were not just documentation. They were a desperate, anonymous plea from someone who believed the truth needed to be known, hoping to break the conspiracy of silence surrounding our true capabilities and the terrifying realities beyond our conventional perception of space. To this day, the true extent of this alleged space-folding technology remains shrouded in secrecy. If the documents hold even a sliver of truth, then our understanding of the universe, our place within it, and our technological limitations have been fundamentally misinformed, perhaps deliberately so. The implications are staggering. If we can fold space, what else can we do? And more importantly, what have they done with this power away from public scrutiny? The vastness of space might not be a barrier, but a doorway. And the question isn't whether we can cross it, but what or who we will find on the other side. And what will be the cost of that encounter? The leaked papers and the subsequent swift, precise suppression serve as a chilling reminder that some knowledge is considered too dangerous for humanity to possess, too disruptive to the established order. The silence that followed is perhaps the loudest sound of all, echoing with the mysteries of what lies beyond the fold, forever just out of reach.